Okay, everybody, here we are.
Do we read the questions over this?
Yep, we read the questions on the phone. Do you got it?
Oh, look, another motorcycle picture.
No, that's a helmet. I'm not interested in a helmet.
One came up
Are you
before
gonna-
the helmet.
Here you go. In the
Do I
corner.
click
Right,
on
yep,
that?
yep, right in the corner.
Motorcycle picture.
There you go. All right. Here we go.
Greetings and salutations.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, everybody, here we are. We are back
I
once
hate that
again.
more than ever.
What do you hate?
Like you're at the grocery store, at any store, and you're like, oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yep.
Yep.
I didn't ask you a question.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That's just
Somebody
so
did something
annoying.
nicer. They're like, thank you so much. And then they're like,
Yep.
yep.
Next time I'm just going to say that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't ask you a question.
Should go just take your order. Can I have a McMuffin? Yep. Can I have a hot dog? Yep. Hi everybody, how are you? Hey Gary, Richard. Nope, that's Junior John. He can't wait for Tri-Cup. We're almost through our Tri-Cups.
For 2020.
Speaking of Tri-Cups, for the people that do not have their seating sheets in after tomorrow, too bad.
You mean for the Whirlpool qualifier?
Whirlpool qualifier.
Yeah, I'm missing a bunch of them.
Mike Nevet's watching. Congratulations, Mike.
All right, let's get started.
Let's get underway. All right, good evening, everybody. Here we are with our weekly video update, which we do our best to give you useless information and try not to bore you to death.
Nobody was at the door, Abby.
So what's new and exciting, Alex?
Is that on the paper anywhere?
Yes, it's the first subject. All right, let's start this over. So what's new and exciting, Alex?
CompuSport. We actually used CompuSport at the singles regional this past weekend. I thought it worked really great. I mean, we had a hard time getting a routine because Walter has his way of doing things and I have my way of doing things, and they're completely opposite of each other. But other than like bumping into each other all the time, I thought it worked great. It gave, if it was working properly, it gave you an indication. Is it beep or something? Ding? It alerts you when your next match is and what table.
Oh, you mean for the players?
For the players, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it was actually really awesome to just what would happen is the players would turn in a score sheet. I would hit with a scanner, and then I would get the score sheets ready, and then I would walk out to the table, and boom, there'd be players there.
I don't think we had to call
It was
anybody.
freaking amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Well, there was a couple dinosaurs that didn't have it in their phone, and I can say that because they're probably not watching this either.
Well, you could say that because you're a dinosaur too.
Oh, thank you so much, Alex. But yeah, and the players seemed to like it. I didn't really hear any complaints about it. Like I got comments how they could be out smoking and they would know that their match was up. But it was like amazing. I would just get my score sheet ready on my workstation. I would go out to the table and there'd be players there.
I know. It was good.
So we are going to do that more, I think. What do you think?
I think so. It's only like, what is it, $3 a player?
No, it's 80 cents a player.
Oh, 80 cents a player, but after the third time that player plays in something, they don't get charged?
Correct.
That's reasonable.
But that's neither here nor there because it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
All right, so CompuSport was good. And now we're going to bad.
Oh, sorry, I'm just tired. Bad joke of the week and fun fact. How does a penguin build its house, Walter?
I don't know. How does a penguin build its house?
It glues it together. I find the dumbest things so funny. You know, penguin, igloo.
I didn't even know penguins lived in igloos. Those must be the ones at the North Pole. You don't get that, do you?
They only live at the South
That's
Pole.
correct. There's no penguins at the North Pole.
Only Santa.
Only Santa. So our useless fact of the week, but fun, is tables originally had flat vertical walls for rails, and their only function was to keep the balls from falling off. They resembled riverbanks and even used to be called banks. Players discovered that balls could bounce off the rails and begin deliberately aiming at them. Thus, a bank shot is one in which a ball is made to rebound off a cushion as part of the shot.
Interesting fun fact, Walter Jarrett.
Quite honestly, I often wondered myself why they were called banks, and now we know.
And now we know.
Because they were like banks of a river. So our shout out is to Perry Indoor Golf, who gave a fabulous. They were Johnny on the spot for the tournament.
Yeah, thank you to everyone in the kitchen. The food was delicious.
Yeah, I have nothing that I have to say.
I had 2 days in a row quesadilla with steak and onions, and cheese, and banana peppers with salsa.
I thought you were going to say bananas.
No, it was so freaking good.
Yeah, I had a quesadilla with a hamburger in it. I thought it was pretty good too.
Yeah.
So, what happened last week?
So we had the singles regionals for the adults, and we had the Whirlpool qualifier for the juniors. So it was a fun-packed filled weekend.
So in the juniors, who won?
So in the juniors, congratulations in the age group from 13 to 17 for Cameron Core and finalist Jacob Cole. And age group 7 to 12, congratulations. What are you doing?
Your leg is bouncing and it's hitting off of me.
Alana Polus and finalist Braden Renhart. And then we also have congratulations that go out to the singles regionals winners in the blue tier for 8-ball Stephanie Martzel, finalist Denise Purcell, yellow tier, which is 4s, winner Lewis. How do you say that?
I was waiting for you to try to pronounce this.
Huertas. Is that right?
I don't know. Huertas and finalist Ryan Wilkes. Red tier winner was Ron Beckwith and Bob Travis. Finalists Dave Gurman and Herb Davis. The orange tier was Adam Onmach, and finalist was Kenny Magana, who got his revenge the next day. Purple tier winner Mike Neves and finalist Ed McCann. And green tier was Mike Miller, Ryan Ransel. White tier was Scott Rohrbach and Damian Ulrich. And our gray tier finalist was
Kenny Magana and finalist Wade Wetzel. That was they were all good matches. Todd Kopix wants to give a shout out to Chris Enkel's 9-ball team on Tuesday. It was a hard day for Todd's team. You know, they lost Megan last week, and
yes.
Chris was able to turn a really tough night into a fun one. So thank you, Chris, and your 9-ball team.
So Jim Strauss is asking when the World Pool Qualifier brackets will be posted. I'm thinking like a day or two, right?
Yeah, in a day or two. Like, we're still missing about a dozen sheets. Maybe I'll text.
Too bad.
Well,
they've had plenty of time. You could text them if you want. But tomorrow I'm going to try to get them up. I'm sorry there's been a delay, but the World Pool Qualifier or the singles regional is quite consuming. We had 100 shooters there this weekend, right?
Yeah, we didn't. Well, Saturday we didn't get home till like 2:30 in the morning.
Is that wine?
No, it's ginger ale.
Oh.
Diet ginger ale. Tastes better in a pretty glass.
So that's when the World Pool Qualifier brackets will be up, hopefully in a day or two.
We didn't have any handicap complaints either.
No, well, those tables made everyone look like they didn't know what they were doing.
You know what I noticed on the app? You're able to pick the table size. Did you know that?
Yeah, except for Mike Neves. He made the table look easy.
Yeah.
That was an incredible match with him and with Ed McCann.
It could have gone either way.
I mean, like, he was under 100% pressure, and he had a hard out and got out. It was one of the best finals I've ever seen. So what do we have coming up, Alex?
Wow, listen to that wind.
We have wind coming up?
What?
Are you going to make wind? Are you going to break wind? Is that what you're saying?
Did that all weekend. 9-ball tri-cups at the Riverboat, 9 a.m. Doors opened at 8. Let me say that again. 9-ball tri-cups at the Riverboat are at 9 o'clock. The doors open at 8 a.m. Is that better?
Yeah, speaking of breaking wind, that was one of my favorite things at the last tri-cup. I'm talking to a player. So another player walked by and he goes, "Man, that guy smells like shit." And I'm like, "No, that was me."
I don't know why you find that so funny.
Because it's
That's
like
what you do to me. It's like you pass gas and you walk away and leave me in the midst of
it's
it.
like
And
the
the people
only
walk by and think it's me.
it's like the only way you can totally legally offend somebody. So play.
Okay. So
rule reminder.
rule reminders.
Time to get serious.
Time to get serious. So, in your bylaws, which are on the website, other than like inclement weather, makeup cancellation procedure, plans must be made, turned in, and approved by the league office within 2 weeks of the original scheduled match date. That doesn't mean you have to play the match in 2 weeks, but you have to have a plan. Like, okay, snow day, we're going to make this match up on week 10.
And what's the penalty?
Well, it's not really a penalty. It's, everybody should just quit fucking around. And if you can't, get this information to us within 2 weeks, each team is going to receive 7 points in 8-ball or 40 points in 9-ball, and you still have to pay for the match. So it's within your best interest to get together with the other captain and, get a date set. And if you can't agree on it, then we're going to go this route.
I happen to think taking 40 points is a penalty because that's your bonus points and everything in there.
Yeah. Normally we like you to let, the teams know a day in advance if something comes up, unless it's a snow day. And any team member on any team can say, hey, I don't feel comfortable driving in this weather. Then the match is going to get rescheduled. I am not going to force people to go out in uncomfortable situations.
That's pretty much extreme circumstance, though, right?
What do you mean?
Where, like, when people can't get their matches made up.
You guys have to work together. And if you can't work together, we're going to go down this route. That's all I can say.
Okay.
That's all I've got to say about this.
Alex has spoken.
Oh, stop it. You act like I run the ship.
You do.
I really don't.
Yes, you do.
I so don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
Do you like Ahab or Bly?
That's not nice.
I think it's Bly. All right, so what's going on with the app?
I'm more like Johnny Depp's, was it Captain Farrow?
I'm Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
So what's going on with the app these days? What do you know? What can you bring to the table here?
I cannot bring anything to the table on the app, unfortunately. However, my friend Jacob Steimer has all the answers. So I would like to give him a free week of play this week for helping me out with the app and the questions. I do have a text into him. I was wondering, since he seems to be up to date, like on all the releases and what the releases are, I'm wondering, does APA send out any kind of like notice that says, hey, we released this and this is what it does?
Didn't something happen last week where like everybody lost the app for a period of time?
Yeah, so APA is starting to like roll out the app to other league areas, and it basically like crashed. I don't know how else to say it. So that's why you guys have problems with your app. I think it was Thursday.
It did totally crash. That's why you have to keep doing paper.
And today earlier, like I think it's fixed. Like we weren't able to get online. People couldn't print score sheets, and I wasn't even sure if the app was working, but I'm pretty sure it's fixed now. What?
You're bouncing your leg. All right. So now we're gonna get to a brief scorekeeping video. It's only a minute.
Listen to that wind. It sounds
Here
like
are a
house
few
is
key
gonna
things to
blow
keep in
over.
mind when considering defensive shots. A defensive shot is a shot where the shooter deliberately misses so as to pass his turn at the table to his opponent. A defensive shot is a shot where there is no intent by a player to pocket a ball of his category. Anytime you are not playing offense, you are playing defense.
Is that it?
Players with integrity call all safeties and intentionally missed shots. Marking defensive shots both consistently and correctly ensures the effectiveness of the equalizer scoring and handicap system. By carefully marking defensive shots, you are not only keeping score properly, you are also helping to ensure the accuracy of the skill levels of the other players in your division. The failure to mark defensive shots allows players and teams to advance with inaccurate skill levels.
So there was a lot that went on in that video, Alex.
Have you ever seen some guy on TV or YouTube?
Yeah.
There was a lot. Like, for one thing, they said that players with integrity call their safeties. I think, if I remember right in there. So the reason that I brought that up is I kept score for just a couple matches, and everyone was calling their safeties. It was great. There was even once or twice when I didn't think it would be a safety, and then they called the safety, so I marked it as a safety. So and then there was one match where I wasn't sure if the player made a defense, and then I asked the player if they made a defense, and they said it was a defense. So guys are getting pretty good at calling your safeties. It makes it a lot easier for the scorekeeping. And did you see the part where it talks about, like, it's absolutely important that people mark defenses for the equalizer handicap system to work properly, or else teams advance with inaccurate handicaps? People are all the time, it's like they complain about this person's skill level, they complain about that person's skill level, when the reality is the players do the handicaps, not us.
That's
Don't you
very
agree?
true. Yeah, back to the app. Jake said that he doesn't get any emails. He notices it. So next time you notice something, Jake, could you just put it on the Blue Mountain website? He's like a whiz with that app, I gotta tell you.
We could give him admin so that way he does it.
I
have no
don't
problem with
want to
that.
give him like another job. Just, if you notice anything, if you wouldn't mind posting it on the Blue Mountain website, that would be great.
Jake, when we sign off, can you call us? I saw you were watching, so please call us. So there's your etiquette. Call your defenses. What's the squishy message, Alex?
I think it's still the
It's the
50%
50%
rule. So if you are qualified for the Whirlpool qualifier, your team must be in the top 50% of your division or you may get disqualified. Now, if you find yourself in the bottom part, you need to give me a call and we can talk about why you feel that your team is there. I mean, we've never had to disqualify people, but, we do have to have a conversation about it.
I would say it's quite dicey now, too. I would say if you are rock bottom, you might be in trouble. Like, and if you are not doing well, just reach out to us. Most of the time, it's solved with a phone call.
Yeah, I mean, lots of things affect people's pool playing, We've got COVID, there's personal things going on in people's lives, you never know. Sometimes you just don't have that mojo.
All right, so whose birthday is it today?
Jacob Boylan.
Jake the Snake
Jake
Boylan.
the Snake.
Justin Sinova.
Eugene Melichek.
Checky, happy birthday, Checky, and Derek Young. Happy birthday, Derek. All right, happy birthday, everybody. And we just have our featured players yet. I hope you got something else to mention.
No. The other featured player besides Jake is Richard Kilpatrick. Wade came up after the match and said, what a great match it was, the good sportsmanship and everything. Like, he took his time to come to us and, tell us what a great guy Richard Kilpatrick is. So, Richard, you get a free pass at pool this week. You don't have to pay your $8.
Wade Wetzel and Richard Kilpatrick, like myself, is a CIA graduate.
Chef. That was another thing I noticed because, Kenny McGann is a renowned pastry chef.
And TV star.
And when Richard was talking to Kenny, he called him chef.
Yeah, it was a battle of the chefs when they played.
um,
They cooked up quite a match.
That's all I have.
Yeah, there weren't many questions this week, so they let us off easy. So at this point, we are going to head out. And the video will be available through our YouTube channel, and also the message notes will be too. So have a great day, everybody. Nice job, everyone, at the singles regional this weekend. It was actually quite a pleasure to run this time, and we'll see you guys at Tri Cup this weekend.
Thanks for playing pool.
Ciao.
Ciao, bye.